talk about the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Wearing my Bitcoin Lightning Network t-shirt I had custom made for me. Bitcoin Lightning Network is growing at an exponential rate. Exponential. By leaps and bounds. It's truly staggering, the rate of innovation and what's going on out there. I tell you, it's really amazing. El Salvador is the first country to widely adopt the Bitcoin Lightning Network. El Salvador. Their president is truly a visionary. So he knows what's going to happen. In the beginning, the people are complaining, it's hard to use, it's difficult, it's complicated, and so on. Probably in a year's time, something like that, or maybe even sooner, they're going to realize, hang on a second, this Bitcoin that I'm using, that I'm sending to people and that I'm receiving for my products and services, keeps going up in value. Whilst my currency, my country's own currency and the US dollar keeps going down in value. Hey, I'm going to keep using this. Even better, I'm going to save this good money, this Bitcoin, I'm going to accumulate it. Right, and I'm going to get rid of the paper currency, the paper crap that I have to use. Well, that's the alternative to Bitcoin. Right? And this is the game theoretical model of Bitcoin playing itself out so predictably. Everything that we predicted was going to happen 5 years ago has happened or is starting to happen. It's really quite amazing. El Salvador, first nation state to adopt Bitcoin as legal currency. There'll be other nation states as well, other countries that will adopt it. The question is, who's going to be next? So what are the benefits, though, of the Bitcoin Lightning Network? Let's see. Instant transactions. You don't have to wait 10 minutes for block confirmation as you do with Bitcoin. The transactions are instant. They're settled instantly. So for consumers, instant transactions. What about for businesses? Why should businesses adopt the Bitcoin Lightning Network? Let's see. The banks, Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, all the merchant providers, they all charge 1 or 2% transaction fees. Transaction fees on the Bitcoin Lightning Network are minuscule. They are tiny. All right. So any business that adopts Lightning is going to have an advantage. Like Pride of Our Footscray Community Bar will have an advantage by selling drinks in return for Bitcoin via the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Now, they're going to have an advantage because they're not going to have to pay those crazy merchant fees. Now, I'm the middleman provider. INTJ Billing is providing Bitcoin Lightning Network functionality. I've created a wallet for Pride Bar, a Bitcoin wallet on my infrastructure, my BTC Pay server. I have enabled the Lightning Network for them. They've got liquidity. People can send, they can buy drinks at the bar and using the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Now this app isn't live yet because I have to wait for permission from Austrac in order to provide this as a service. And that's coming. That's coming. Hopefully they'll give me the permission I need. So what am I doing today? I am going to Maribyrnong. I'm going to Maribyrnong to do some Christmas shopping. Going to High Point in Maribyrnong. Hopefully it won't be too packed. Left my run pretty late this year. Yeah, pretty late. So what have I been working on the last couple of days? Well, I've spent a lot of time, apart from my work on the Bitcoin Lightning Network, of course, I've spent a lot of time and effort on my marketing, my branding, my merchandise. These are very important factors in the success of any business, and something that I hadn't put enough time and effort into in the past. So this video that you're watching now, you might notice, is surrounded by text. There's like an overlay of this video, and you'll see the current Bitcoin price, or the last Bitcoin price, the approximate price as I was driving. I might make that a live price in the future, live when I'm driving the car, of course. You'll see my business logo, link to my website. You'll see my phone number, my email address, a link to my LinkedIn profile, you will see a Bitcoin logo. Actually, you see two Bitcoin logos in this video, but at the top of the screen you'll see the Bitcoin logo and the Lightning Network logo and a flag of Australia. That's where I am at the moment. I'm in Melbourne, Australia. I'm talking about the Bitcoin Lightning Network. And there's a link there to INTJ Billing, my company's website, to my Lightning Network page. And you also see a node name, my node name, Chili Calendar, as well as my node public key. Now, who puts those sorts of things in videos? I do. Clark Towson does. Who else does it? Don't know anybody else who does it. And what does that mean? Does it mean Clark Towson's a weirdo? Or does it mean Clark Towson is innovating? I'm innovating. You also see a blank sponsor logo. So anybody who wants to sponsor me, any company who might want to sponsor these videos, can do so. They can pay me money and I'll put their logo in my video. Now, what companies might want to do that? Bitcoin related companies, for instance, cryptocurrency related companies, companies that are active in the crypto space, and so on. Now I'm going to be doing video work live on location over in Thailand. What kind of companies over there might want to sponsor me? Let's see. Bars, guest houses, and the like. Yep, that's who want to sponsor me over there. Now, why would those companies want to sponsor me? Well, maybe I've done a deal with them. Maybe I've set up the Bitcoin Lightning Network for them. Maybe I'm working with their staff, setting them up with Bitcoin hot wallets on my infrastructure, that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm not expecting to get any sponsorship for quite some time, but I might be surprised. You just never know when you're doing high risk entrepreneurial things, what kinds of opportunities come along. There's always opportunities that will come along, always. You've just got to be prepared Got to be prepared, ready to accept those opportunities. Now, most people with my background, my knowledge, skills, experience, education, work for corporations, work for big corporations, and some for small companies, startups and the like. But you know, people like me usually spend a lot of time in server rooms, spend a lot of time working hands-on with technology. But you know, I'm getting off the beaten path. I'm blazing my own trail, doing my own thing. Why not take the public along for the ride? Why not take the public along for the ride? That's the way I see it. You know, we live in an era of authenticity. Authenticity is very important. So these videos, uploading to YouTube and to Facebook, and I'll attract followers. I don't know who those followers will be yet, okay? Except that they're likely to be very interested in Bitcoin, the Bitcoin Lightning Network, and so on. Cryptocurrency. People who are interested in cryptocurrency. And there's a lot of construction going on around Melbourne. A lot of construction. Everywhere you look, construction. Yeah. Yeah, that battery that I purchased for my Bitcoin Lightning Network node. Fantastic. So good, I bought a second one. The second one is not as powerful, but I bought that to hook up to the home phone, the router, the NBN box. So if the power goes down, it'll provide 6 hours of uptime for that gear, which is pretty good. All right. Yeah, it's pretty good. So when I'm in Thailand, if the internet goes down for whatever reason, if the power goes off for whatever reason, my computer, my server will stay up for around about 6 hours. I can't see anything. Yeah, 6 hours. And now my router, another gear, will also stay up for that amount of time. I think 6 hours is pretty good in the event of a power outage. I think that's good enough, you know. Good enough for the stage of development where I currently am at as a business and so on. Yeah, that storm that we had, a 1 in 100 year storm. It was a freak weather event. Dumped a huge amount of rain. Right on Spotswood. The power went out to the entire suburb. But the power was only down for it was actually down less than an hour. It was about 50 minutes in total. So the UPS that I've got connected to my uncensorable computing infrastructure can't last anywhere near that long. So those EcoFlow batteries, 6 hours, it's a 2,000 watt hour battery. And what does that mean? You know, there's a lot of technical terms there. Okay, 2,000 watt hours. You know, let's put it in concrete terms. So I've got a computer. It uses 300 watts approximately. So you take 2,000, you divide it by 300, and the answer is the number of hours that the equipment will run for on that battery. So it's almost 7 hours, but in practice it's always less. So I reckon I'll get between 5.5 to 6 hours uptime, which I asked my electricity company for a historical view of, you know, all the data of when the power has gone off to the property. They've got a website, Gemini, where you can actually have a look to see current outages, but they don't have historical outages. Then they wanted permission from my mother in order to provide me with the data, and I asked them to. It just went a simple request they couldn't even fulfill. You know? But having lived at the place since 1993, I can't remember another time when. Well, I can't remember a time when the power has been down for more than 6 hours. So I think I'm going to be fine. So you don't want any downtime when you're running a Bitcoin Lightning Network node. And that's because the Bitcoin that I've got on my node is in what's called payment channels. Payment channels, again, more technical terms. What does this mean? Well, I've got Bitcoin on my server. It's in something called a payment channel. It means that there's another computer on the network with another nerd like me, a person like myself, who set up a node, and the Bitcoin is between those nodes, so to speak. And by being between those nodes, it provides what's known as liquidity, so that you can send and receive Bitcoin along that route. What is a route? A path between two computers. Yeah. So what else have I been working on? Well, one of the problems in computing and in IT, geeks like myself tend to talk a lot in technical terms which the average person doesn't understand. So what I've tried to do is create marketing material that talks about the Bitcoin Lightning Network at a very high level in terms of the benefits of the Lightning Network. Okay? Benefits. So it doesn't get into technical terms. It says, right, well, imagine, so the target market that I'm going for in Thailand are Western men who are sending remittances money over to Thai people, mostly to Thai bar girls that work in the entertainment districts. So how do I market to people like that? Well, these are, for the most part, not technical people. So you've got to talk in terms of benefits. What are the benefits of using the Bitcoin Lightning Network to send Bitcoin to your Thai love or to a Thai bar girl? Benefits are, it's an instant transfer of funds. I'll be there on the ground in order to convert that money into Thai baht to pay it to them in cash or to their bank account. if your Thai love has been debanked or blocked by the payment providers, as what's happened to a number of people that I know over in Thailand, the transfer is guaranteed 100% to get through and not be blocked, not be censored, etc. Instant transfers, censorship free, very fast conversion of that Bitcoin to Thai baht with no thinking required, with no need to understand Bitcoin, no need to set up a wallet, set up, write down a seed phrase, no need to understand complex terms, which is great because Thai bar girls don't want to understand or manage any of that. That's why a middleman provider like myself, like INTJ Billing, is required to be there on the ground to set up the wallets for these people and to work with them and work with their sponsors in order to send the money. Now, what kind of objections am I going to get to doing what I'm doing? That's going to be great. There's going to be plenty of objections. Clark, this isn't going to work. Bitcoin's a scam. Bitcoin doesn't work. Bitcoin's bad for the environment. Nobody uses Bitcoin here in Thailand. It'll be on and on and on. Bitcoin is for criminals and so on. I've heard all of this, and I've written down all these tired cliches, and I've got comebacks for every single one of those cliches. The most important comeback is the one to nobody uses Bitcoin here in Thailand. My answer is yet. Very few people are using it yet in Thailand. As a computer scientist, as a person with a background in science and mathematics, I understand the exponential function, exponential growth. Now, everybody has gained some understanding of exponential growth because of the coronavirus pandemic, seeing the case numbers explode day on day. So, whilst not a lot of people are using Bitcoin, and especially the Bitcoin Lightning Network, yet in Thailand, it is expanding at an exponential rate. So when we look at a piece of technology, we need to look forward to what it is likely to be in the years ahead. And the technology is moving at a rapid clip, a really rapid clip. So people looking at it today, the mistake that they make is projecting forward, thinking it's going to stay like it is today, which it's not. It's going to become easier to use, easier to understand. More people will be using it because the benefits are just too great. All right? The benefits of using it over other technology are just too great to ignore. So I'm early. How many years early? 5 to 7 years. But I have time. I have time. And I'll use that time productively. I'll use that time wisely. I'll use that time to help people on the ground, to talk to them about it, to meet with them, to discuss it, to onboard them, and so on. I just can't think of a better use of my time. This person is going the wrong way. Some real geniuses. It is Christmas time. Going the wrong way down the street. There you go. Let us go shopping. So the question might be asked, what's with the wrapper of this video? Why? Why have I gone to this length?
Well, unfortunately, in the cryptocurrency industry, of which I'm a part, there are a lot of scams, Ponzi schemes, trapezoid schemes, liars, con artists, shitbags, and so on. And it's really unfortunate, but this is what comes with uncensorable money. This is what comes with decentralization. This is what comes with not having a central provider, man in the middle, a trusted man in the middle. This is what comes with a territory. Now, what's the benefit of doing what I'm doing, having all that information on the screen? Well, I want people to know I'm Clark Towson. This is how you contact me. You can call me on the phone, you can add me on Facebook, you can chat with me on Messenger, you can contact me via my website. This is where I'm located, this is what I'm doing, this is how to speak to me, and so on and so on. Complete transparency. Put through a support request, or if there's something that I'm working on with you and you need some assistance, it doesn't go through to a support department, it doesn't go through chains of management, it doesn't go through some flunky, it goes directly to me, and you will talk directly to me. Okay? And I'll help to solve your problem. And that's the way I see this stuff. Alright? Now, I want you to think about what I'm marketing here. Am I marketing my own altcoin? No. Am I promoting? Am I pushing? Am I pumping altcoins? No. Where are the scams in this space? Mostly in the altcoins. Where are the people making a huge amount of money by creating their own coins and then dumping them on followers? In the altcoin space. Am I in that space? No. Am I promoting my own altcoin? No. Do I own a lot of supply of my own altcoin? No. I am not interested in scamming people who follow my channel, who listen to my advice. I'm about helping and empowering people, not about scamming people, not about misleading people, any of that stuff. I'm not about any of that stuff. The problems that I've had in my life have been because I've tried to empower people, okay? All the problems that I've had have come in some way, shape or form when I've tried to empower people. Now, the reason why is because I was trying to do it when I had a full-time job, right? And that's problematic. You see, in my previous life, working for the government as a federal government public servant, all right, I couldn't just do as I liked, say what I liked, be up on camera, engaging with the general public. I couldn't do any of that stuff. Why? Well, I might say the wrong thing. I might give the wrong impression. I might not toe the corporate line, and so on. These are the problems that I faced as a federal government employee. And that's no longer a problem anymore. I've got complete 100% control over my image and what I want to put out into the world. 100%. So all the positives and negatives that come with me, they're presented on video, they're out in the public eye, and I don't have any boss telling me what to do. I don't have anyone controlling my actions. There's just me. Okay, that's it. It's not even the marketplace, okay, in terms of needing to make a profit, that is controlling my actions at the moment, because I'm semi-retired, I'm living off of my government pension, and you know, I'm an early Bitcoiner. So, you know, this is the thing. I'm setting out on a path to help and empower people and to bring the Bitcoin Lightning Network to a group of people who could really use it. Now, regardless of what result I get along this path, whether I succeed or fail, there's going to be a whole lot of these videos that I've created that are up on my YouTube channel that people will see. Some people might follow, some people might improve upon what I've done and take it to the next level. Who knows? I don't know. But what I do know is that putting all this stuff out there in the public sphere is a net benefit to the public. Okay? It's a net benefit. Because people get to learn from my experience, my knowledge, my skills. Okay? Have the benefit of my intellect. And you take me or leave me. You like me, you don't like me, you know, and that's okay. I'm not going to have everybody like me. I'm not going to have everybody hate me either. It'll be somewhere in between. I'm going to get a result. And I think that it'll be an overall positive result and beneficial result for the people that I'm looking to empower. And I'm bringing you, the general public, along for the ride. Right? So, what have I done on this path already? Let's see. I've spent the last year building out all my own uncensorable computing infrastructure. A huge amount of time, effort, and expertise went into that. I think that I'm going to be able to provide 99.99% uptime availability on my server infrastructure, regardless of where I am in the world. One of the servers that I'm running is BTC Pay server on a Linux box that I've called Ulysses. All my servers are named after butterflies. I work in the transgender space, and the butterfly is the international symbol for transgender people. So I've got this server, this BTC Pay server, Ulysses, that I've set up stores on for businesses that I'm helping. I work with Pride Bar in Footscray, and I work with individuals as well. Okay, and the individuals that I'm looking to empower are sex workers. To empower them to accept Bitcoin payments both on-chain as well as via the Bitcoin Lightning Network. So I've got this infrastructure set up, and it's operating now, and I'm waiting for permission in order to officially run my business as a business and to be able to offer services to the world. Okay, because I need to be registered with AUSTRAC, which is the Australian Transaction Reporting and Analysis Centre, in order to be a digital exchange provider and a remittance provider. Okay. Once they've added me to the registry, if they add me to the registry, then I can start offering these services to the general public. Now, what does that look like in practice? That looks like working with Pride Bar, having them selling drinks at the bar in return for Bitcoin via the Lightning Network, payments coming through to my server, then me remitting the money to them directly to Pride Bar's bank account as fiat currency, or transferring the money to them as Bitcoin via the Bitcoin Lightning Network directly to the CEO's wallet, his Bitcoin Lightning Network wallet on his mobile phone. What does that look like in Thailand? It looks like me engaging with the transgender community over there and friends of mine, people that I've known for many years, working with these people to set them up stores as both businesses and individual accounts on my BTC Pay server, and empowering them to accept Bitcoin payments both on-chain and via the Lightning Network, which comes through to my server, which I then transfer to them in fiat currency, cash in hand, or directly to their bank account. It looks like me being able to sell Bitcoin to my clients, people who have come to me for consultations, Bitcoin consultations, who have asked me in the past to sell them Bitcoin, and I've said, I'm sorry, I can't do that because I'm not registered to do that. They've complained bitterly, okay? And finally I relented, knowing that it was going to take me at least a week, at least, to prepare all the paperwork and everything for Austrac. It took a lot of time and effort, over a week. But it's done now. But these, the services that I'm offering, a lot of people who are new to the space, they don't know who to trust. There's a lot of scams, there's a lot of Ponzi schemes, there's a lot of marketing in the space. I'm trying to cut through all of that, and what I'm saying is, Clark Towson, I'm the CEO of INTJ Billing. I'm backing Bitcoin, not Bitcoin Cash, not altcoins, not Ethereum, not DeFi, not any of this other stuff. I'm Bitcoin. I'm the Bitcoin Lightning Network. If you want to deal in Bitcoin and Bitcoin Lightning, I'm your man. Okay? You want to deal with any of this other stuff? I'm sorry, I cannot help you. There are other people in the space who will be able to help you, and I can provide a referral to them. Now, some of my clients have tried to bend my arm and get me to consult with them about altcoins and some of the other stuff in the space, NFTs and mostly altcoins and gambling and this and that. I'm sorry, no. I will not be providing those services. Okay? There are other people in the space who can do as good a job, if not better than myself, in all of that stuff. Okay. Now, it's very early days at the moment for the Bitcoin Lightning Network, and I'm a pioneer in the space. I've built my own Bitcoin Lightning Network node, and you can see on screen, under the Bitcoin Lightning Network logo, at the top of the screen, the top right hand side of the screen, there is my node name, Chili Calendar, and my node public key. Now with that public key, you can look me up anywhere in the world on a number of Bitcoin Lightning related websites and find out information about my Bitcoin Lightning Network node. Okay. Full transparency. That's what I'm aiming for in everything that I'm doing. 100% transparent. And the benefit is that I'm in the public eye as the CEO of INTJ Billing. There's nobody else. I'm in the public eye. Okay. You have questions? Ask me. You want me to provide feedback, advice? I can do that. Now, you can engage my services. I charge on an hourly rate, and you can engage my services, my professional services, which are, if you go to my website, intjbilling.com, you can have a look through under the Bitcoin section about the list of services that I provide, consulting services, where you can pay me by the hour. When you pay me by the hour, you are hiring a computer scientist, you are hiring a technical expert, you are hiring a person who's spent 22 years working in technology, at the cutting edge of technology for the last 7 years of my career in high performance computing, supercomputing, working on Australia's fastest supercomputer, working to build Australia's fastest supercomputer. You can look up the Defence High Performance Computing project that I was a part of. So that's who you're hiring. Okay. Now, some people, when they engage my consulting services, I think they expect me to, I don't know, be sort of marketing focused, which I'm not. Now, I've started to become more marketing focused because of the realities of the market and what people want. But my job, I see my job as telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Now, most people want to hear that they're going to get rich quick overnight with Bitcoin and altcoins. And that's not what I'm here to tell people. I will set them up with Bitcoin. I show you the way. Okay, I'm the guide. I'm the person who is working to help you in your best interest, as is my job, because you've hired me to do that. Okay. So yeah, it's just a couple of thoughts on all this stuff. All right.